Welcome to CAPS 13 News. I'm Tori Whalen. A new business called the Dirty Mule just opened a few weekends ago and has several events and plans for the future. The Dirty Mule Restaurant, Bar, and Event Center just opened on January 31st, 2019, complete with live music, food, a bar, and one of the largest dance floors in southeast Kansas. Right now, the Dirty Mule has a bar with a kitchen in the bar, serving to the public items such as Chicka Chicka Boom, dirty nachos, and more. The Dirty Mule does have a plan in the works to open the full restaurant by springtime to serve more items to the public. There even is a huge stand-up smoker in the Dirty Mule. The smoker has not been seen to the public for at least 6 years.
Friday night's our dance party night. We have a house DJ Dirty Star, every Friday night. Yep. She's playing great tunes to dance to, a lot of country line dancing, swing dancing songs, and then she'll throw in a little bit of hip hop and pop music to get everybody excited.
On Saturday nights, the Dirty Mule hosts more events to the public, along with live music. The Dirty Mule is located at 134 South Highway 69 at the old Banjos and Twisters building, with hours from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. However, the kitchen closes at midnight. Teacher Interview Day is coming up next week to get more students prepared for interviews with potential employers. Teacher Interview Day was created for students with an education major and for any students in the teaching field. The event is an opportunity for the students to meet the other school districts across various states and sign up for a professional interview. Teacher Interview Day will be held on Wednesday, February 19th this year at the Garfield Weed Building and the John Lance Arena. This event will be from 9 o'clock in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. Coming up, the coronavirus has been in the news, but what is it? Plus, after a recent snow day at Pitt State, a look at how school leaders determined to close campus. That's next when CAPS 13 News returns.
Why should people go fishing? Fishing is one of the greatest gifts that we have ever received from Mother Nature. This is one of the many chances we have to reconnect ourselves to the natural world. Mother Nature has given us a great opportunity to learn about the many things about fishing that will never be forgotten. If we introduce a relative to the wonders of fishing, we will always cherish the memories that we make when we catch a fish with them.
The skills you can develop in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your interests in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Gain practical experience with emerging technology and equipment that you can transfer to an exciting new field. Get a head start on your career while serving part-time and earning money to pay for college. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
Why should people go fishing? Fishing is one of
There has been quite a bit of talk about the new coronavirus in the past couple of months. So what exactly is it? According to the CDC, the virus is very similar to the flu with its symptoms. A fever, cough, or even having some difficulty with breathing could all be symptoms of the virus. It can take anywhere from 2 days to 2 weeks to start showing. As of the 13th, over 60,000 people have been infected with the virus. Of those 60,000, over 1,000 have died. There have been 14 confirmed cases in the U.S. None of those 14 have died. The CDC is strongly encouraging people to seek medical attention immediately if they have been in contact with anyone from China. For more information, you can visit the CDC website. According to the CDC, the duration of the flu season is the start of December to the end of February, so it could still be helpful to take some precautions. The Pittsburg State Bryan Student Health Center was giving out flu shots for $20 with no appointment needed. However, the availability of one of those shots faded quickly at the beginning of the semester. Many people took the opportunity to get themselves vaccinated for the flu this season. According to the NPR.org, nearly 1 in 4 college students get the flu each year, but less than half of students annually get a flu vaccination.
Well, the flu shots are normally the same. They kind of fluctuate between the beginning of August to the end of December. So right now it starts to get slower when it edges towards spring, but normally towards August they're really high.
Some of the easiest ways to prevent spreading the flu, including washing your hands for 20 seconds with soap and water, covering your mouth when you cough, and avoiding showing up to class when you're experiencing flu-like symptoms. If anyone would like to still get a flu shot, Walgreens, Walmart, and the CVS in Joplin all have vaccinations available. Our very own Pitt State Gorilla students had got a much-needed snow day. CAPS 13 reporter Hannah Meyer has the story. On Wednesday, February 5th, Pittsburg State University canceled classes due to snow and icy conditions.
We do a lot of weather watching in advance and paying attention to what the National Weather Service is telling us. You know, we also take into account, obviously, the conditions as they're developing overnight.
When weather develops overnight, school leaders start assessing conditions at 4:30 in the morning.
There's a group of us that will convene a conference call, and then we make the decision: are we going to be open, closed, are we going to delay? And if the decision is to, whatever the decision is, we've got action to take, particularly if it's to close or delay. Certain communications have to go out to the campus community.
Classes returned back to normal schedules Thursday, February 6th. Crews made PSU and surrounding areas safe to travel, but students were still advised to continue to use caution when driving and walking around campus.
As far as reopening, it's sort of the process the same. We're watching conditions and anticipating, are we able to reopen the next day, or does this extend later, or is it a delay the next day and then we get back operationally?
For CAPS 13 News, I'm Hannah Meyer.
Coming up, Pitt State baseball hits the field for the first home opener. That's coming up after the break. The Pitt State baseball team played a doubleheader Saturday against Winona State at home. Pitt is a 1-for-3 on the year. The Gorillas split a pair of games last season against Winona. The Gorillas scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th in the opener to rally for a 10-9 victory. The Warriors overcame a 3-2 deficit in Game 2 with a 5-run 7th inning to eventually claim a 10-3 win.
Well, I think just seeing the kids come together, and I really truly believe we're going to get better and better as time goes by. We just don't want it to be too long before we get that feeling. But, I think we have really good kids. We're going to play hard, and we just got to find a way to have some baseball god luck. And when that stuff starts happening, I think we'll be a good baseball team.
Webb City native recruited right out of high school to play college baseball at Fort Scott Community College. Now taking the mound for the Gorillas, the left pitcher is looking to make an impact this season. CAPS 13 reporter Allison Simon has more.
Growing up, that was my dream. That's everything that I always wanted. My parents really pushed and strived for me to always be my best.
I tell Tanner all the time, a little freckle-faced braces guy that walked down to me on the side of in the bullpen one day and said, "I'd like to try out for your team," and you don't think much of that because there is a lot of kids that try out.
Junior Tanner Lane got his chance and became a walk-on last fall at Pitt.
I saw Tanner throw 5 pitches, and he was 83, 85, and you could see his arm works and all that stuff.
As a sophomore last year, Lane became the team's closer on the mound, where he earned a program record of 13 saves, named MIAA Pitcher of the Week, all MIAA honors, and second team all-region recognition.
Excited about what he brings to the program and looking forward to watching him grow as time goes.
After a successful season, Lane spent the summer playing for the Green Bay Booyah in Wisconsin.
Pitching coach, he called me up one night as I was having dinner, and he just kind of asked me if I had anywhere to play summer ball yet. And I told him no, so he asked me what I thought about going up to Green Bay, Wisconsin to play for the Green Bay Booyah, who I'd never heard of before. And he told me how basically like they were in the Northwoods League. It's a brand new team. They switched their name from the Bullfrogs to the Booyah and everything. And when I heard Northwoods League, I said, say no more, I'm in.
The baseball program played a big factor in him attending Pitt State, along with a history of family members coming to the university. And those family ties show at every game, home and away.
My mom's one of my biggest fans. She's always going to worry about me, and she always is like that in the stands.
For Caps 13 News, I'm Allison Simon.
After this season, Lane is headed to Cape Cod, where he plans to play baseball this summer and hopes to be drafted into a AAA team. If not drafted, he will be pitching for Pitt State next season. Pittsburg State women's and men's basketball team headed to Topeka, Kansas, Saturday, February 8th to take on the Washburn University Ichabods. On the women's side, the Ichabods held off the Gorillas 82-75 in the MIAA action. Pitt State's Tristan Gegg scored a career-high 31 points and went 10 of 17 from the floor, including 4 three-pointers. Athena Alvarado added 21 points and 7 rebounds. Kaylee DeMitz chipped in with 9 points and 7 assists. Megan Maher added 6 points of her own. Moving over to the men's side with a close game, Washburn takes down the Gorillas 76-75. A.J. Walker scored a team-leading 22 points. He added 5 assists, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals in the game. Jacoby Womack chipped in with 13 points, while Antonio Givens II also finished within the double figures with 10 points. PSU basketball will be back in action with a home court advantage, taking on Northwest Missouri Bearcats Saturday, February 15th at 1:30 and 3:30. That's a look at sports. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming to help me study for this test. It's going to be a real tough one here, I can guarantee it. So,
guys, I'm kind of hungry, and it is Tuesday. Couldn't we get some tacos?
Tacos? I hate Mexican food. Why don't we try something a little less bold? Like subs.
Subs? That's literally the worst idea you've ever thought of. Have you ever thought about pizza, maybe? How about something better than that?
Pizza is going to take like half an hour. Are you kidding me? Obviously, we all know that barbecue is the move.
Guys, guys, let's check out Gorilla Crossing. I mean, Gorilla Crossing has hand-wrapped burritos and hot and ready pizzas and pastas, custom-crafted subs, and savory Kansas City barbecue. Wait, where'd everybody go?
Head on over to Gorilla Crossing for a variety of food options at student-friendly prices. And download the Gorilla Dining app for daily specials.
The Oscars were last Sunday. Here's Caps 13's and Nate Vanderpool with the big winners of the night.
Welcome to Caps 13 Reviews. I'm your host, Nate Vanderpool, and this last Sunday night was one of the biggest nights in Hollywood with the 2020 Oscars. 2019 was an excellent year for movies with films that will be remembered for years to come, but not everyone can walk away with an Oscar, and we'll be recapping the biggest winners of the night for the 2020 Academy Awards. First big winners of the night were actors who were finally due for an Oscar. With over 10 nominations between the three, Joaquin Phoenix, Brad Pitt, and Laura Dern all won for their respective acting categories. With Phoenix winning Best Actor for Joker, Pitt for Supporting Actor in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Dern for Supporting Actress in Marriage Story. These three were all favorites to win, and rightfully so, because they're some of the finest actors working today, and they all give powerhouse performances in some fantastic films. The next big winner of the night was the World War I epic 1917. raking in nearly every technical award for the night, winning for Best Achievement in Visual Effects, Sound Mixing, and Roger Deakins winning Best Cinematography for a second time was well deserved. This movie is a technical achievement in nearly every way, but the man behind the camera, Roger Deakins, deserves all the praise in the world because of his ability to create the feeling of the film for being one long take. If you haven't had a chance to catch this movie in theaters yet, please do yourself a favor and see it because this movie is an absolute experience. But the biggest winner of the night undoubtedly goes to Bong Joon-ho and his Best Picture winner, Parasite. Beating out the favorite 1917, Bong Joon-ho walked away with 4 Academy Awards, tying Walt Disney for the most Oscars won in a single night. Winning for Best Original Screenplay, Best Foreign Language Film, and Best Director, Bong Joon-ho and Parasite made history by becoming the first foreign language film to win Best Picture and is the first Korean film to ever be nominated for the award. I personally had Once Upon a Time winning, but Parasite is a masterpiece in every aspect of filmmaking and you have to recognize greatness. This is one of the best movies of the year, and like the director himself says,
자막, 서브타이틀의 장벽도 아니죠. 한 1인치 정도 되는 그 장벽을 뛰어넘으면 여러분들이 훨씬 더 많은 영화를 즐길 수 있습니다.
Once you overcome the 1-inch tall barrier of subtitles, you will be introduced to so many more amazing films.
And that takes up our time here at Caps 13 Reviews. Be sure to tune in next week when me and Bailey review the film Birds of Prey starring Margot Robbie.
That does it for this week's edition for Caps 13 News. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.